Everyone is told that a big friend group means you are doing life right. But psychology reveals that some of the most self-aware people alive have almost no one close. If friendship has always felt more draining than fulfilling, if people describe you as distant, selective, or hard to reach, you might not be the problem. You might have 5 traits most people never develop. In this video, you will understand why your mind works differently in social situations, why you pull back when others lean in, why small talk exhausts you, why you stay alone, and why all of that may be a sign of deep psychological strength. Most people assume having no friends means something is wrong with you, that you are cold, antisocial, or simply failing at being human. But that is only the surface. The psychology underneath tells a completely different story. Trait 1. You cannot pretend that fake people are real. Your brain detects inauthenticity before a conversation even begins. The laugh that is slightly too loud, the answer that does not match the tone, the person who smiles at you while watching you a little too carefully. You feel all of it, and once you feel it, you cannot unfeel it. So instead of sitting inside that discomfort and calling it friendship, you quietly leave. That is not antisocial behavior. That is your nervous system protecting your peace. But the way you read people is only part of what sets you apart. Trait 2. Shallow conversation physically drains you. Not slightly, deeply, as if your mind was built for something more meaningful. Small talk, weekend plans, surface opinions, nothing real, costs you energy without giving anything back. What you actually want is the conversation nobody offers at a party. What drives someone, what they are running from, what they quietly believe about themselves. That kind of connection is rare, and so for you, real friendship is rare. You are not choosing isolation, you are refusing to call noise a relationship. And what makes this even harder is something most people never realize about themselves. Trait 3. Social interaction drains your energy faster than it drains most people. This is not shyness. Psychology calls it high social sensitivity. While others walk out of a gathering feeling energized, you leave needing hours of silence. Because during every conversation, your brain is doing more than just listening. It is reading tone shifts, tracking micro-expressions, absorbing emotional undercurrents in real time. You do not experience one conversation at one level, you experience it at 5 simultaneously. That costs real energy. So after giving that much of yourself, silence is not loneliness, it is recovery. But there is one more layer to this, one most people overlook entirely. Trait 4. You do not need people to confirm your worth. Most people surround themselves with others specifically to feel good about themselves. You do not. You have an internal compass that works without external input. You can sit alone for hours and feel completely full, present, grounded, not empty. Psychology calls this low social dependency. It is rare, and it is almost always misread. To someone who runs on validation, a person who does not need it looks cold. They are not entirely wrong. You are hard to reach because not everyone earns that access. And the last trait is the one that quietly shaped everything else. Trait 5. Something in your past taught you that trust has a cost. Maybe it was one sharp betrayal. Maybe it was a slow pattern of small disappointments. But at some point, something shifted, and your mind stopped opening easily. Now you watch first. You wait longer. You test quietly, without letting anyone know they are being tested. Psychology calls this a trust threshold, a higher bar others must meet before getting close. This protects you deeply, but it also means very few people ever make it past that door. That is not weakness. That is what happens when someone learns from experience instead of repeating it. So here is what all 5 of these traits share. None of them are failures. All of them are the result of a mind that processes life more deeply. You notice more, you feel more, you protect more. And in a world built on noise and performance, that kind of depth walks alone for a while, but never without purpose, and never forever. If you have ever felt misunderstood for being quiet, selective, or emotionally guarded, this is your answer. You are not broken. You are simply built for a different kind of connection. Subscribe for more psychology that explains the parts of you nobody else has put into words.